YouTube! I am Pinstar, and this is Pinstar Plays Loop Hero Episode 7. So, before we dive back in, an item was brought to my attention by one of my viewers. They had noticed that there were other font settings on the main menu, and being one who suffers from dyslexia, asked me if the dyslexia font would be something I could try out. And while I don't suffer from that condition, I don't see why not. So let's give the dyslexia font a try. See how it looks. Let me know in the comments for those of you who might have the condition or don't and just, like or dislike the aesthetic. I'm just curious to hear from you. So, dyslexia away. All right, save slot and load. All right, back in action. So in our last run, we had to skedaddle. We had to skedaddle because I once again lost track of when the boss was going to spawn. I got to be better at that, but then I also need to keep an eye on when other things are like remembering to do. There's a lot of balls that I got to juggle, in addition to commentary. So. Yeah, I know I keep getting caught off guard with this, but I'm okay. I'll get the hang of it soon enough. Now, we can't really buy anything except another farm, but we already have one farm. Am I in this cemetery? Passing through the cemetery on expeditions grants you a piece of information, can resurrect the hero after an upgrade. Well, let's see what that is. Alright, yeah, we don't want to stomp on any of the farm tiles here. Let's put it over here. Thank you. It's a nice place. Calm. There are some people, but quiet ones. They look a bit grim, but they can't tell you many things if you listen. Or they can tell you many things if you listen. Alright. Let's go plan our expedition and let's go take a look at our deck. Yeah, so alright, I guess the cemetery is not a, the cemetery is a card, but our cemetery, the card, is not tied to it. Fair enough. Alright, now, let's talk cards. I wanna do some more experimenting. There's some refinement that is needed, and I wanna try a few new things. Just mix things up a little bit. So I'm going to be doing a fairly aggressive shuffling of the cards here. So up here at the top, I really like the swamp. It is a high risk, high reward, but I think the swamp plus the vampire mansion is a good combo. However, it is a huge liability because if you are running either of the healing sustain stats, vampirism or regen, and yes, I checked that regen causes you to bleed health while you're in a swamp, that's a bad thing. So for this run, I'm not permanently shelving the swamp, but for this run, I'm going to shelve it. And we're just going to go Grove and Village. Likewise, along the line of thinning the deck even further, the battlefield. While I do like the battlefield, I like the treasure chests, it's not anything that specifically synergizes with our build. So we're turning off the battlefield. Furthermore, I'm going to turn off this road lantern because I have another gambit in mind. One of the cards that we can turn on here is Oblivion. Now I've had this off for most of the time, but this allows you to just outright delete things, which includes, say, for example, a goblin camp that appears in an unwanted spot before it even spawns the goblins. So in that particular case, instead of policing them, we just Oblivion them. Lastly, and this one is probably the more controversial opinion here, I'm going to get rid of the treasury. Now, hear me out. Now, yes, the treasury is really good when you pop it and you get that bunch of loot, and that loot can be really good. Sometimes it's just meh. But here's the thing with the treasury. It messes with the adjacency bonuses of the rocks and mountains, because oftentimes they would go where a rock and mountain would go. Oh yeah. Also, they changed things. Rocks are no longer a flat 2 hit points. It's 1% of base HP, and then 1% of for each rock and mountain. Also, the other thing they changed in the patch is Chrono Crystals. Previously, Chrono Crystals only boosted meadows that were directly orthogonally across from them. Now it actually boosts them in the corners too. So yeah, getting rid of Treasury. So we have a super lean deck right now, which hopefully means we can draw everything that we want and iterate on it. Now, actually, one other thing I was gonna turn on, and also because I want to see what they look like in Chapter 2, the spiders. They're kind of take the place of the swamp in terms of just providing filler corpses to feed the Blood Grove, and also, you know, a not too bad of a fight to have the vampire with. So yeah, this is my deck, 9 cards. Let's go for it. All right. I was kind of hoping for a deeper little loop here, but that's okay. We have a couple of little loops here to work with. Let's get our starter equipment, started, and see how we go. All right. First off, a meadow. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to hold off on the meadow placements until I start getting Chrono Crystals, or at least I'll be placing the meadows where. Let me see, 4 to 6. That's lower, so yeah, we want that. Okay. So actually, Chrono Crystals. Let's think Chrono Crystals. Chrono Crystals along here. Like if we Chrono Crystal here, we can bloom that meadow, and then for the rock where we're gonna have a pure mountain range. No fuss, no filler. Just a pure mountain range. Now, along here, we do want to have some meadowy things. So you know what? We're going to start the rocks off right there. I do want the meadow down early, even if it's unbloomed. Because, I mean, 2 points of healing is 2 points of healing. I ain't going to turn my nose up against that. All right, vampirism or defense? Oh, let's go defense. I'm feeling defense today. All right, now spider cocoon. I do want to place this down so it starts spitting out spiders sooner rather than later. Yeah, you know what? Let's do it here, just so it has a chance to accumulate some spiders, and we actually can fight a few, 1 or 2 of them during our first loop, so we get some extra monsters and therefore extra treasure. My understanding from what I've been reading is that spiders are more likely to spawn cards. So they may not have the best loot, but they have lots of cards. So we can get our card engine going here, which makes me happy. Okay, Grove, step number 1 in our little combo here. Let's set up a Grove down here. All right, Chrono Crystal online. Fantastic. So now, this not only blooms the meadow for 3 HP per day, but now the Chrono Crystal doubles it. Notice how we only have 1 meadow, but we are getting 6 HP per day. Yeah, we're pretty much going to be trying to make sure every single meadow has an accompanying Chrono Crystal. Evasion. You know what? I'm going to hang my hat on defense for a little bit. For now, anyway. Alright, spits out a spider. Good. I don't know if another whole day is going to pass by the time we get there. Counter, damage to all. Yeah, we don't really need those right now. Yeah, I think all of the level 1 weapons are sort of hard capped at their stats. Can't really do anything more. I'm glad we have the smithy, because we've got no shields and no armor besides our starters. Usually I'm hurting for equipment, but here I'm like, hurting for a weapon. It's like, now it's all weapons. Alright, looks like we're not going to get two fighters, but we can get one, and one-shot the thing. And yeah, one Chrono Crystal, two Meadows. If you place them on like the corners here, that's when you can get the double Meadow action. And since Meadows are a bit more common than Chrono Crystals, yeah. Alright, we get our first few mobs to feed to the Blood Grove here. Double Mountain. Alright. I want to get that online, both for the Harpies and also for the resources and other goodies. Alright, lots of rocks and mountains. And not that I'm complaining. Yeah, I kind of wanted the rocks to be on here. This will be our mountain proper. Equal footing on that. And now the big, long expanse of nothingness. Oof. Why'd you have to spawn on the same place as the slime? See, this is what I don't like, is going this far along a loop without fighting monsters, because we are not gaining better equipment, we are not gaining experience, we are not gaining cards. That loop right there is very detrimental to our success chances. Alright, yeah, that works. Meadow, where are we? Where's our next Chrono Crystal? Yeah, we can put one right here. I'm just looking for all the spots where we can double Chrono Crystal. Alright, another grove. Yeah, let's grove here just to set up this area. This will be a Chrono Crystal. And yes, I know the Chrono Crystal is going to hit the grove. That's okay. I don't mind a bunch of rat wolves. Alright, got all that up on there. Oh yeah, I never looked at what the spider does or what their special ability is. Man, we are still getting nothing here. Alright, we could do another Chrono Crystal up here. And for this grove, I'm going to put up here, because this is another spot where we can seed that. Alright, entangling. 5% chance to immobilize target instead of attacking. Ah, okay, so they could be a problem. Alright, eventually I'm going to have to start placing this where they actually bloom. Chrono Crystals, excellent. Blood Grove, like to see it. Okay, so more Chrono Crystals. Double Bloom, lots of daily HP there. Another Blood Grove right here. And this thing's going to be spitting out rat wolves faster, so this thing will get fed nicely. Yeah, this thing actually will be spitting out a ton of rat wolves, so yeah, maybe we don't need to go, like, we don't need to help enhance this area with, like, vampires and such. I am going to... Yeah, alright. I'm going to have one Chrono Crystal open at a time. Yeah, let's get some spiders in here. I'm actually going to put the spider den here to help fill in one of our squares here. Yeah, we're on loop 3 and we're still rocking level 1 gear. This is not going to end well unless I get something better. Look how little damage we're doing. Mercifully. Oh, and then the game hears my pleas and gives me a 9 magic damage ring. Thank you, game. Now please spawn some slimes on here so this is not just the empty corridor of nothingness. Oh, thank you! Game! Game's listening. Oh, finally our first village. We haven't even seen the vampires yet. And also that also leads into my other thing with the village here. I do want to get into vampires, a vampire mansion plus village, to ruin it. So I'm going to put the village here at the end, and then we can put the vampire mansion up here. And then here we just keep on enhancing our mountains here. And whenever we get an Oblivion, we can eradicate... Oh! Yeah, we gotta eradicate that goblin camp. It's in the Chrono Crystal range. That is going to be 4 gobos next time I come around. There's our vampire mansion. Alright, more rocks. Alright, plenty more max HP. Would like to have a better weapon, please, and thank you. Alright, vampirism, no. That does not hold a candle. And yeah, I'm not even going to do meadows for here. This is all going to be, you know, like the edges are going to be taken up by rocks here. Yeah, double goblins during the spawn. Well, at the very least, there can't be more than 4 of them, but our first Oblivion is getting rid of that goblin camp. Oh, thank goodness a weapon. Oh my god. A weapon. A real weapon. 14 to 22. Damage to all. Magic damage. We don't have much in the way of sustain right now. I'm going to be the first to say that. But we have weapon damage. You know what? We can, since the Chrono Crystals take on the corners, we can place meadows there to further enhance their bonusing of that. Hit another 2 goblins, join the fray. Oh, one-shots. Beautiful, beautiful one-shots. We're just going to kind of encapsulate here. For the Spider Grove, you know what we're going to do? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to put the grove here, and hopefully it fills in the space here. I mean, obviously it's not going to spawn anything there now because the goblins are taking it up, but yeah. One shot. One shot. There's our Oblivion. And yeah, that kills the meadow, but we can put something else there. Because the meadow doesn't get the, it doesn't bloom unless it's next to something. But that's okay. Alright, grove. You know what? Let's go to grove up here. Because I also want a hungry woods over here. Yeah, these spiders will, oh yeah, there's that web effect. Obnoxious, but manageable, at least. Alright, Vampire Mansion. So we already have a ruined village here. I think one per thing is where we want the Vampire Mansion. So we put the Vampire Mansion here, and then we can put their ruined village up here, and that'll get feasted on by the Blood Grove. Yeah, I guess there is a reason why I wasn't placing those. But yeah, you know what? Still, I'm okay if they're unbloomed for the moment. Although I would like to keep it to places where I can chrono crystal effectively. Alright, fine. We'll take it. We'll keep the 3. Yeah, right now we're coasting on the best defense is a good offense, but that's not going to carry us for too long. We need some sustain equipment, like a real shield. Oop, they're about to vomit. Well, we know they're not going to spit up onto the ransacked village, because that's already full. What do we got here? 17 to 25, so better damage, magic damage, some defense, and vampirism. I'll take it, especially since we're not rocking any swamps this playthrough. Yeah, that we need some sustain. Alright, spits it out on that tile. And yeah, here's the dream combo. The ghouls, who then... Because the ghouls, the carrion eater, devours a random corpse, restoring 25% of hit points. Yeah, they can't do that if the vines eat the corpse. That's another reason why this is so good. So not only are we feeding this... Hang on. Article of Protection. After receiving this effect, and after every loop, the hero receives a bar of phantom protection that equals 65% of the max. Damage to it is dealt, ignoring defense. Alright, so this is extra temporary hit points. This is a one-time stun, and this is... Yeah, you know what? Let's try Article of Protection. So now we have a phantom... Ooh. Not that this defense actually helps us for the phantom hit points, but they're hit points that are not being... Ooh. Yeah, let's do that. So yeah, that wasn't quite enough to feed them another whole thing, but still. Okay, alright, we have another village, so we can ruin you, and that also spawns this bandit camp, which I don't think the bandit camp's really going to do much of anything, because the ghouls are going to take up the room there, which is fine by me. Now, I could oblivion these 4 goblins, just to eliminate them. I don't care about that bandit camp, but I might save the oblivion for another one of these. Actually, what I might do is I might let it spit out 1 goblin, or maybe, yeah, 1 goblin, because that's harmless, and, you know, gives us another fight. But after it spits out a goblin, it's gone. Oh, we have another village, too. Let's put a village right before our thing, just to give another little burst of healing. I'm not going to make this a vampire village. We'll see what these goblins do to me. Another oblivion, huh? Alright, so now that becomes the question. Do we want to nuke these goblins? I think we do. So goodbye. Oh wait, yeah, I'm gonna wait until that one spits out. I want more chrono crystals, game. Here, I'm placing another order. Chrono crystals, please. More of them. Alright. That spat out a goblin, so we can get rid of the camp. A single token goblin, nothing I worry about fighting. Alright. Mountain. Rock. Alright, yeah, we'll start spawning up along here. Actually, 2 times the 2 is still more, even if they're not blooming. Alright, nice mace. Alright, we drank a potion. That still wasn't that bad. What's this deal? Yeah, no, not so good. Or not good enough, anyway. We're saving all these inner tiles for mountains. Just because they get more out of the adjacency bonuses. We feeding? No. I bet you the ghoul fight will be enough to clear them out. Alright, another vampire mansion. Ooh, hang on. More defense and attack speed. Come to daddy. Chrono crystals! And they be feeding. Okay, so Vampire Mansion. Wow, 2 harpies just decided to group up on the same place. Fair enough. Yeah, we want a Blood Grove here. I don't want a Vampire Mansion this area here. I mean, I could do something like a Vampire Mansion on like this corner and make another ruined one, although it's getting a little bit late. We're already on loop number 4. I mean, maybe we just turn this into a vanilla one, because I'm already holding out for the next Blood Grove to go here, so I don't want a Blood Grove here, so yeah, why not? Just an encompassing one here. Double harpy. Thank you. Couple of spiders don't bother me. All right, maybe the spiders aren't so bad. They're going back up in my rankings here. More meadows, good. So you are a little bit better base damage, but the magic bonuses are good enough. Now, I want to try something here. So this tile is in range of 2 chrono crystals. So in theory, it would get doubled and doubled again. So HP per day, let's mark that 53. We put a meadow here. 57. So that boosts it by 4. So it doesn't multiply against other multipliers, but it multiplies the base. So having multiple chrono crystals within each other is still effective. We do want to bloom this though. What else can we do? Yeah, I guess we'll keep meadowing up here. Although, no, we can start prepping for our... Oh, yeah, here. Start prepping for our next meadow. We can bloom you off of that. Drank a potion, which is actually a good thing, because that we get more potions when we hit camp. Alright, another grove. I think the correct answer is down here. If only to... make sure this tile is occupied. New quest, a heroic rat wolf, which is fine by me. Lots of cards, good, good. And you're about to cough up another guy, nice. Alright, it's a little excessive, but I'm just doing it for... Yeah, actually, this technically wastes the spider grove, but because it won't spawn into a village. That being said, it fills the area around. But we're going to get so much more hit points off of this. Yeah, I wish Chrono Crystals dropped more often, though, because that would be really effective. I mean, again, unbloomed, but in range of a crystal is still pretty good, because that's a 4. Alright, our first loot pinata of the day. Kill him before... Dang. Dying stroke. Won't... Aww. Seriously? It gets one more hit off of me? Jerk. Okay, that's much better. Counter and evasion. Not too excited about the stats, but I like the base stats. What do we got here? So, damage to all, attack speed, vampirism. Sure. You're a big enough upgrade. It goes right in the same spot. Well, at least we get to fight this recently created pinata right here. Alright, do we want to do another Vampire Mansion ransacked village? I don't see why not. We could also just stomp on it by putting a village right here, because they can't spawn into villages. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do that. And we got a thing over here, which is fine. Yeah, you can bloom the meadow. Ooh, a champion. Well, I'm glad that didn't make the golem a champion. Whoop, hang on. Every morning, the hero sword is filled with sunlight, causing its next attack to do 2 times 2 damage to all. Interesting. Or loop HP healing. I like the loop HP healing now that we have more stuff on the sidelines. Quest complete. Now what is this? Damage to all. Ooh, yes. And what are these? Let's see. Defense, evasion, vampirism, magic damage. We are rocking a little bit of vampirism here. Magic damage to all. So this is more potent, heavy hitting, but a little evasion goes a long way. Spider cocoon, eh? Where do we want the cocoon? Kind of want to put it right here, because that we might feed that more mobs. Alright, once again for these. Yeah, that damage to all is really helpful in these fights. Yeah, spit. I mean, we're granted we're not going to be able to stick around for that. New quest. It's a slime. Nice. All right. Vampire Mansion or Grove. Yeah. What do we want to do with this Vampire Mansion? I can start putting things on the outside to start blooming the meadow. I could also just put one right here, get some vampire action along here. Although no, I don't want Big McLarge Huge to get vampirism. Might be a little bit spicy. Yeah, let's put one down here. And then for the Grove. Yeah, we'll go here. Walk through it, get the resource, and carry on with our day. Alright. I mean, these are doing some decent damage to me. Gotta love, a solo quest mob against these guys. Yes, chrono crystals. You're already blooming. We put a chrono crystal here, we get 2 new meadows. At crystal boosted speed. Or we put you right here? No, right there. And then we get two new boosted meadows. Ooh, more chrono crystals. Yes. To Papa. Alright, yeah, we'll boost those. We'll meadow you. Give me more daily healing, please. Oblivion, eh? Well, we've actually got all of our unwanted spawns under control here, so I'm not too worried about that. Yeah, that last hit thing is a little nasty for them, for their special ability. All right, what do we got here? Defense regen. I do like me some regen. Better max HP. Damage to all. Yeah, we do need the damage to all at this juncture, so that's a better armor. Let's get more HP. And yes, I'm keeping an eye on my thing here. Don't you worry. I do need another blood grove to put here, and plus 2 other little somethings. Get the meadow for the double HP. We're getting almost 100 HP a day, which is nice. Another meadow. Ooh, and you're sending it out just so I can confront him right off the bat. I love it. Yeah, we'll put you here because that's in... Oh, a vampire! Huh.